Good evening and welcome to Omnibroslive. I'm one of your co-hosts, Omnidog, from Omnidog's Vault on YouTube, joined as usual by, let's see, first we have from Comics Guide 101, Lou. Lou, how's it going?
Hey now.
Hey now. We also have Gabe from Gabe Infinity Watch. Gabe, what's shaking, dude?
The rafters are shaking. It's raining really hard here in Vegas right now.
Okay. And from Near Mint Condition, we've got Omar.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, Omar?
Not a lot. How are you guys doing?
Good. We got 8 inches of snow yesterday.
Oh,
Saturday
snow.
night.
Yeah, we got some too. Not as bad in Kentucky. So this is something pretty cool. We're all wearing the same getup. Why is that, Jess?
Wait, was this planned? Wow, you guys are a bunch of copycatters.
I haven't taken this shirt off since I got it in the mail
10 minutes ago.
Omnibus Collectors Network. And then on the back, show them what it says. Somebody.
Let me see. I can probably turn around and
see it.
It says, I know Emily, Instocktrades.com.
Right on, man.
And if you like t-shirts, we also have our own OmniBros t-shirts and hoodies that you could check out and support. Down there in the description is the link to our Teespring store.
Yeah, these were a special edition t-shirt that we got for us and Emily. Emily, of course, from Instocktrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. Over $50 in the United States gets you free shipping. You will be receiving an Omnibroslive code here soon this quarter to get extra percentages off your books. Fabulous customer service. That's Emily. Fabulous packaging. That's Instocktrades.com. And we all know Emily.
Our shirts, these shirts are now out of print.
Right. These are collector edition shirts that we just got.
Are they?
For us.
Okay. Well, I'll be happy to sell mine. I don't care about that.
I would trade mine for any super high-end omnibus and $200 on top of it.
Hey, Jess, this is for you. This is something that I found. I forgot my. This is what you want.
Yes.
This is the Transformers score. Is what you wanted. This is the score by Vince DiCola, not the soundtrack, which is amazing, by the way, that you were throwing away. Vince DiCola signed this, autographed this for me when I met him at BotCon. Make fun of me, like, shut up, nerd. Anyway, he also did the soundtrack to Rocky IV.
So he accidentally bought the.
Yes, he bought the soundtrack from the '80s movie instead of the score. So he wanted the score. So this is what you need, Jess. The score.
Okay.
No, you need to go buy the soundtrack over again because it's amazing.
Yes.
I mean, I do consider that a win because it's got "You Got the Touch," which is just fucking awesome. If you were a kid in that time period.
Jess doesn't believe so. For some, he does not have the touch.
He has the touch, all right, but the bad touch.
I have the exact opposite of the touch.
How do you not love that scene when Optimus is flying first into the fight and You Got the Touch plays?
Oh, we're going to get flagged.
I think because he was probably like 50 years old when that movie came out.
You're probably right.
Might have been the issue.
I like how they played You Got the Touch in the Bumblebee movie.
Spoilers, dude. No, that was great. I love that little...
Oh, sorry. Jeez.
That was a nice little touch.
Ah! I see what you did there.
Yeah, me too.
That's right, Jimmy Owens. I go to BotCon and I get the right to call Jess a nerd. That, my friend, is nerd shaming.
Vegas is getting a TF Con, I think, now.
Are you guys going to get a TF Con? That's cool.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's for the snooty Transformer collectors.
So you'll be there then, right?
Real men go to BotCon, which doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately.
Think about that sentence. Real men go to BotCon.
Fuck yeah, I'll say it again. All right, what are we talking about today, gentlemen? I am not the actually guy, Dave K. Shut up.
Hauls, previews, and reads.
Okay. Who wants to go first? I hauled this shirt from the mailbox.
Nice.
I got the same haul Omar did. I literally just got my shirt like right before I came in.
I'm trying to think of my hauls. No, I showed them off the last time. I haven't got anything this week. My book is being shipped, but it has not arrived yet. What about you, Jess? I assume you're the only one with the hauls. What do you got?
Let's see. I got Death of the Inhumans. I heard this was good.
Donny Cates book, right?
Yes, it is.
It is. That's when they're trying to make them take over the X-Men, right? I'm just kidding. That's a Ryley joke.
Okay.
Yep.
Witchfinder Volume 5, I think. Yeah. Witchfinder Volume 5.
Okay.
This book was recommended to me a long time ago. I haven't read it. I don't know anything about it, but it's Volume 3 of something I haven't read Volumes 1 and 2 yet.
So it's going to be good.
Yeah. It's probably a smart comic.
Does Omar have it?
I do not.
Then it's not a smart comic. It's for us stupid people.
No.
Who don't go to TF cons or bot cons.
BotCon fool.
Days of Hate. This is supposed to be good from Matthew Sibley, one of the mods in the chat, mods in the Facebook group, who is a critic for Newsarama, comic book critic. So he recommended that book, so I take him seriously for that. BPRD Hell on Earth 4. So I'm happy to get that.
That's one of the books I'm waiting on.
Oh, okay. And then my daughter, I haven't got this out of the plastic yet, but my daughter got me this for Christmas.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia that looks like a game cartridge.
That's the limited really edition one.
Yeah, I think she really dropped real money on this.
That's nice. You tell her about it in Instocktrades?
I didn't even ask for this. She freelanced this, so I don't know where she got it.
Look, Jess, you need to school your daughter. She's going to get you gifts. Instocktrades is the place to go.
Yeah, you gotta just email her your wish list or your want list.
Just save you a little money. Save her a little money. That's all I'm trying to do.
And Trigonosis got me this X-Men, the best X-Men, Marvel's Magic. Look at all the
That's
things
not
that come with it. No, it's not Maggot. That's why I said it was the best one.
No.
Give me
all these little accessories.
Give me that close-up of that face again. Let me see.
Okay, right there we go.
Never trust any man that says that, especially Omar.
Of a face, really? Anyway, she still looks like a gelfling.
Don't know what that means.
Yes, you do. Everybody here has seen the Dark Crystal, right?
Nope.
I've never seen it.
God, somebody needs to take your nerd badges away. What about you, Jess? Do you own the vinyl, the Dark Crystal?
No, I don't.
Bowie's in that, right?
No, you're thinking of
That's Labyrinth.
I'm thinking. Yeah.
So yeah,
It's another Jim Henson movie though.
Trigonosis found this and in New York City somewhere and gifted me this, so that was super nice of him. I'm really excited to have this. I don't know where I'm going to put her yet.
Where is Psycho Cleveland so he can give you guys shit for not watching the Dark Crystal? I feel like that guy is on the same page as me for giving you guys shit.
Who cares?
Did you all boot him out while I wasn't on the show? Is that what happened? I haven't seen him in a while.
No, he's here.
Trigonosis, I
That's because
love
you've never
it.
been on a show in a while, Omar.
Yeah, that is true. Not since last week.
Exactly.
You were at Girl Scouts.
I did. I'm a troop leader. What can I say? Girl Scout cookies are my
Troop
life.
leader.
Yeah.
Sure,
What's
dude.
wrong with that, man?
Well, there's no requirement for that, is there?
I had to pass a background check, buddy. So I guess they didn't dig too deep.
They just searched for the last 2 months.
Like, oh, he's fine. He's got a kids. He's got to be okay.
Some woman married him.
Check. That's right. Rick Nelson, there is a Dark Crystal sequel coming out on Netflix. It looks really good. It's got Jim Henson puppeteering and a little bit of CG. Looks nice. What else you got there, Jets? You look like you're holding something up.
No, it's just I'm opening this from the box.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
do that.
What's that?
Don't do that. You can't open your toys. It's
I
crazy.
am opening this, and she's going to be standing on my nightstand, watching over me to make sure Mephisto doesn't come haunt my dreams or something.
Trigonosis is saying that the video is stuck on you, Jess.
Sorry. There we go.
He did that on purpose.
Yeah, that's okay. Really, he is what drives the show, so I'd be okay with that.
That and the Instocktrades code that we don't have yet.
Right.
For people in the chat asking.
And
Over
we just
over
got to 20
and
views.
over again.
Gabe, you want to pull up the previews? Let's go over some books that are coming out. I know we got some big books this week.
Are we skipping the reads?
Oh, did you guys read anything? I just assume you don't read anything. You just collect books.
I actually read a lot.
Yeah,
I
me
read some
too,
stuff
man.
too, eh?
All right. Well, Gabe, go first. What'd you read?
All
Gabe?
right. So I read a single issue. I read Young Justice.
This is OmniBros, dude, not
Yeah,
single
I know,
issue
but
bros.
still, but this is going to be today's single issues is 6 months from now's hardcover or whatever. So, Young Justice, written by the man Brian Michael Bendis. So everybody, I think everybody will love this book except Omar because he has a bias towards Bendis.
That's
We
not
all know
true.
that.
I like
Totally
Miles
true.
Morales.
Sure.
I
And
did.
then, well, this is great. It's really. I was talking to Gio in the chat. He asked, "Yes, this is definitely a great jumping on point if you're not a big DC reader. Outside of it kind of takes. There's a little bit of scenery, and it takes place a little bit in Gem World, which I have no information on. But it is very Bendis. It's very decompressed. It's basically you get 2 scenes, more or less. It's really just one big action scene where they all kind of just happen to be in the same area and they team up to battle. But it's great. The art by Patrick Gleason's on point. That guy can really draw fun action and can draw youngsters having a good time. And you get the return of Superboy, one of the best, maybe the best Superboy. And I'm talking about the reign of Superman with the leather jacket and the pompadour of the fade and the earring. I don't know if he had the earring in here or not, but yeah. So you get the return of the best Superboy in comics because I really like the Young Justice Superboy too. But yeah, so I read that. That was great. I finally finished up reading Batman Deluxe Edition Volume 2 from Rebirth. This was absolutely fantastic. Just was right. Everything in this was really good. I don't, besides the jokes and riddles, the war jokes and riddles didn't quite hit for me. It was really good. The Kite Man stuff was interesting, but the Joker and Riddler stuff just wasn't that interesting, which is kind of weird since that's the title of the storyline. And then like the 50 million like holiday like issued in the back, kind of. I should have just skipped all that nonsense. But yeah, this is great. This is you get the proposal of Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle. You get the I Am Bane storyline, which is really, really good. I think I'm about to say that David Finch draws the best Bane there is out there. He does a fantastic Bane. So that's good. I was going to start Volume 3 today, but I wanted a little bit of a palate cleanser, and that was Young Justice, and I ended up getting around to Volume 3, but I'll be coming up next. And that's what I read, fools. What you guys got?
Jess, you can go next because all I did was well, no, go ahead, Jess. What did you read? You said you read a lot.
Let's see. Yeah, I started off the year reading Thanos Infinity Abyss in Marvel Universe The End as preliminary reads for my cosmic read through. I'm about...
Don't let those drive you away from the cosmic read because they're not written like that.
Okay.
You're still dealing with the Jim Starlin stuff, which is good, but the way, when Keith Giffen and DNA, when they come into the cosmic universe, it is a different style of writing.
Okay,
So,
good. That's good. That's good. I'm halfway through Thanos Redemption, but then I took a break to read Deadly Class because we're reviewing it on Old Reader, New Reader tomorrow night on Near Mint Condition. So I read all of Deadly Class Book 1, and I'm about halfway through Deadly Class Book 2. I read issues 1 through 21 as requested. And I don't even have words for how awesome this story is. It is amazing. Sometimes the art sparkles, but for the most part, the art kind of falls flat for me. I'm not
digging it.
Not a huge fan of that art, but I love the story. So it's not enough to take me out of the story.
Yeah, it was hit and miss with me too. Reminded me of like early Tim Cell kind of stuff, but not quite the mastery that Tim Cell has had with like the use of shadows and things like that. But yeah, I can't wait to talk to you about this either because it's a big book for me. I love this run. I don't agree with everything he did in some of the second arc, but the first arc, man, it's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, and then I read Red Hood and the Outlaws, volumes 3 and 4. Still one of my favorite Rebirth reads.
I can't believe that.
It's so awesome.
Rebirth did a lot of good.
It's crazy. Who taught you into reading that? Like, was it Luis? Somebody was like, "You got to read this, Jess."
It wasn't me.
It was Katsudon from. He's a subscriber of mine in Omnidog's Vault. Katsudon recommended it to me, and he had recommended something else to me before that I liked, and so I'm pretty sure it was Katsudon. I'm digging it. I still dig it.
Talk about turning it around, coming from one of the worst books in the New 52 to what a lot of fans are calling a really damn great series in Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
The insane part about that is it's still Scott Lobdell. It's not like they gave it to another creative team. It's the same guy writing it.
Yeah.
But I guess he, stopped taking acid or whatever the hell he was doing.
Nick Gracia, no, I did not like New 52 Red Hood and the Outlaws. That's why I was so surprised that somebody recommended Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth to me, and I liked it a lot. I like it a lot.
Maybe Jim Lee probably told him, "You got to stop coasting on my friendship, you fucker. It's time to write."
So somebody's asking, have you gone back and read the New 52 run, Jess?
No, I've been scared away from it.
Man, what if you ended up loving it? You were like, this is the best comic book I've ever read in my life.
The New 52 run?
Yeah. Honestly, out of all of us, it wouldn't surprise me.
It's going to take a lot of convincing because there's been a lot of negative on that, especially from Luis.
I will go back and I will never read Rebirth if that's the case.
Because wasn't that one of our first bets with you, Luis, where you had to review Red Hood and the Outlaw?
No,
that's been
Codpiece Thor.
Codpiece Thor. I swore it was Red Hood and Outlaw too. Maybe you still owe us that.
No. I don't think we ever made a bet on.
I don't think so. I think that just was one of his early hates.
Something reminds me of a bet, Luis.
I don't remember that. I don't know that I made good on Codpiece Thor, damn it, and that shit was horrible.
What about you?
That was mine and Gabe's youth, man. Don't bust on our shit. We walked around, all of us in the 90s, with cod pieces.
Yeah, I had a big old chain attached to my hammer and everything.
Yeah.
Great.
What did you read, Omar?
Same thing you did. Deadly Class to do the old reader, new readers tomorrow night on my channel. So 21 I think is a really good stopping point, which they totally missed that opportunity, right? Like I wish they had collected issues 1 through 21 in the first hardcover, but they stopped at 16, which is kind of like the lead up to the ending of season one, whatever he's going to call it.
The first year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
First semester. But I said, I've got all this time because work slowed down a lot. So I'm going to read X-Men. And I caught up on X-Men and I got so hyped up, man. I was so excited. I'm like, I keep hearing Uncanny's really good. So I'm going to catch up and finish Gold, Blue, Red.
Did you go back and read the Bendis stuff?
Black, go to hell. And what else did I read? Gambit. So it got me really excited because the creative team's like 3 different writers, right? It's the same formula that you had in Avengers. The hell's it called? No Game?
Surrender.
No Surrender. Thank you. so it's the same formula. You take 3 writers and you put them together writing the book. And I enjoyed the hell out of Mr. and Mrs. X, that Gambit and Rogue series. So I was like, okay, cool. That's one of the writers. And then Multiple Man, You Mutants. I was like, awesome. That's another writer I really dig. And then the guy that did X-Force. And there was another little miniseries. And I'm like, okay, I really like all their writings. Kelly Thompson, Brisson, and the other guy writing the book.
Matthew Rosenberg.
Thank you, Rosenberg, right? I'm like, I really like what they're doing in their own books. This is going to be amazing. I read the first 9 issues, and now I'm like, God damn it. Can anybody not write Uncanny X-Men anymore? Like, it's so disappointing. And I don't want to spoil things because it looks like from the covers, I'm like, cool. Because I'm sure you all have seen the covers with X-Man, right? The Age of X-Man is coming.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Messiah.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. But, you know, we've done the alternate realities one too many times. Good Lord. So as long as that's not the big push of the book, I'd be okay reading it because I'm excited. You know, you got Jean Grey back from the dead. Her and Storm are on the same team. They're going to go out for coffee and they're going to catch up. So how's it like not being dead? But we don't even get moments
back.
like well, he hasn't shown up in the book yet.
Right, but
he's in his own little Hunt for Wolverine or the Wolverine Lives miniseries or whatever the hell's going on. Return of Wolverine, whatever Marvel's trying to cash in on. And I was really disappointed because I kind of dug Extermination, and a lot of people hated on that. Get rid of the original 5, and you know they brought back a character. I think that's been spoiled everywhere, but I don't want to say just in case somebody hasn't read it. And I'm like, okay, cool. They got rid of Bloodstorm, awesome. What? So it was set. The setup was nice. It was just I don't get it. I think there's a lot of missed opportunity with that title. I think what they need is really a driving force that knows how to write the characters and has an end game for what is to happen. And I realize Age of X-Man is where they want to go. And you're goddamn right. I am going to buy that oversized hardcover when it comes out, by the way, before anybody says anything. Because that's just me. I'm a fucking idiot and a completist, so I'll have to have that X-Men. Yeah. And it's X-Men, so it gets a pass. But yeah, not digging it. I'm kind of sad. And the art isn't even like... Does Marvel have anybody good that draws anymore? Like, remember when they used to cash in on the names of artists? Do they still have that going on?
There's Somni, I think. Is he there?
What's he doing?
No, I haven't seen him do anything in a while.
Well, no, I just remember a few years ago, and it wasn't even that long ago, Marvel was always cashing in on names, like, you know, exclusives. Now they're cashing in on, exclusive writers, which isn't that bad of a thing, but you also need some pretty good artists on your team. Like, I know
the X-Men, they're really just cashing in on everything being a miniseries that leads up to another miniseries that leads up to about 15 different tie-ins.
Well, and they had that whole run of X-Men Gold and Blue for a long time, about 2 years. I want to say
and then Red and then Black.
Red was awesome, and some of the Black miniseries were pretty good, off and on. But
sure. But I mean, it's one of those things where, like you said, they brought back Jean Grey, but that had to be a drawn-out, miniseries. They're bringing back Wolverine, and that's been like 12 drawn-out miniseries.
The Hunt for Wolverine, the Return of Wolverine, yeah.
This Extermination or X-Men Disassembled or whatever they're calling this new Uncanny storyline is a lead up to another event of miniseries and stuff. The new Marvel previews is just littered with more one-shots and miniseries and spin-offs and offshoots and satellite stories and all that stuff that you don't necessarily have to read, but of course they're going to push it on you and make you feel like you're missing out if you don't read all that stuff too. So it's very daunting. They do have a new executive editor for the X-Men office. I forgot the guy's name. I think his last name is White. He's the guy that was.
Is he like a high school student? Like intern?
No, but he's cool because he made a song all about how cool Maggot is.
Okay, well, this conversation's over.
Jordan White. I think his name is Jordan White.
Yep, this is over.
But yeah, so. But yeah, no, I agree. I think they need. The X-Men haven't been like their big spotlight hits in like years. I can't remember the last time X-Men was their big, their big title. It's been Avengers for the last decade or so at least. It seems like. But yeah, they need a singular idea and driving force. These 3-4 creators on a book never really helped out. Even they are really good writers. Because look at what happened with X-Men versus Avengers.
No,
you had Hickman, you had all these other writers. That thing was, that was Avengers versus X-Men. I'll just leave it at that. But it doesn't work that way.
No.
Too many like cooks in the kitchen.
But see, for me,
and there's not like a sous chef.
The formula worked with Avengers No Surrender. I thought that was they did a really good job with that for the 3 writers that they had.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's my
and
that's
they're pumping it out weekly too. That Uncanny X-Men was a weekly series.
Right. So give me a sit down. Let me go watch them play some baseball. I don't give a shit if that's a trope. God bless. Come on, it's X-Men.
You know what else is a trope? Bringing people back from the dead and alternate realities too. So
yeah. Okay. Let's talk about some books that are coming out this week. Unless my boy Luis read. What did you read, man? Did you read anything? You've been catching up on manga, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been catching up on Promised Neverland, which the anime just came out, so I've been reading that. I've been reading Super Sons in anticipation for the Omnibus coming out when we review that. And yeah, I've been digging the hell out of Super Sons. I just don't really have much else to say from last week. I just like the dynamic between Damien and John and everything that's going on with that. You know.
I'm telling you, if you like Super Sons, you're gonna love Young Justice.
By Bendis?
Exactly. Yep.
Is it kind of the same dynamic?
It's the same kind of fun, adventures with kids. Impulse is just a super impulsive kid in it as well. You get Teen Lantern. You get a what's her name? It's a female Jonah Hex character.
Her name is
Jean.
Teen Lantern.
Teen Lantern. Yep. And Jenny Hex. It's great, but yeah, it's fun. It's the same dynamic. It's a bunch of kids mixed together. It's what you want out of like a Teen Titans-esque kind of series.
Now, having never seen the Young Justice TV show, how close is it to that?
Absolutely nothing to do with it.
Okay,
yeah.
It's
just the same. It's just a title. It's just yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get a book close to that, except maybe.
You've seen Young Justice the cartoon, right, Luis?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking hang up on these motherfuckers right now, dude.
I've heard great things. I've just never sat down and watched it.
It's solid.
Maybe.
It's amazing. It's great. It's one of the best things ever produced, DC character-wise.
How would you compare it to Justice League? Because Justice League to me is like the pinnacle of the animation stuff.
Neck and neck.
Okay.
And I might even give it a little bit more to Young Justice because it's a solid storyline throughout both seasons.
Oh,
as opposed to it being a kind of an anthology like with Justice League.
Yeah, they're both like they have an overall arc, and I think that's what they're doing with season 3, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, because I love Justice League, and then it led into Justice League Unlimited, where they just blew up to Justice League, and they just started throwing in everybody in the kitchen sink. That's like my favorite. That's my favorite animated series.
That was good though. I love those years. Justice League Unlimited. But I guess we all got Batman to thank for that, though, because that's the one that kind of kicked it all off.
Get that out of your
mouth. That and Batman Beyond.
20 years. This year marks the 20th anniversary of Batman Beyond, and everybody's got their fingers crossed that we'll get something special for it. Maybe a movie announcement or like a new animated series or something like that, or a game.
We'll be lucky if we get a Blu-ray release. That'll be the best.
Yeah, I really don't think
that'll be it. We're not getting a movie or anything like that.
No, I don't think we're gonna get anything because the budget on something like Batman Beyond for a movie would have to be insane.
I just think I think that's too obscure of a character for people to really kind of get.
Well, I don't know. They could do an animated movie. They already
did. It's called Return of the Joker.
And it was great.
But I mean, like with the new style that they have with that studio, or is it Hong Kong, that does all their animation nowadays.
If they do it like Spider-Verse, I'm in. Or if it's like the comics where it's Terry's little brother in the suit, that kind of stuff, that'd be cool too.
I'd like to see a continuation of that because it could have gone on for 2 more seasons. I love that. I love that fucking series.
Yeah,
very underrated.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
everybody talks about the Batman the animated series, but yeah, I mean, Batman Beyond was a totally different thing. That was just great. It's one of the only times. In fact, I would say it's the only time that somebody took over as Batman and was accepted.
And it worked.
Dick Grayson, guys. Dick Grayson, hello.
No. Wasn't it? Everyone knew. Oh, we'll just wait for Bruce to come back.
What the fuck? No.
Yeah.
Dick Grayson.
You know what? What was it? Scott Snyder's writing on Black Mirror. He sold me on Dick Grayson. He nailed it. That was really good.
You know what sold you on Dick Grayson? Dick Grayson. That's all I need to say.
But yeah, Batman Beyond will be great. I would love to see. What do you guys think of the Joker movie? I think that was fantastic. And I also
I have both versions. You have the
You have the uncut version.
I have the uncut and the cut version because it was first released cut with like
Yeah,
the blood was different or it was removed and the ending is completely different.
Yeah.
the way he died.
Then a few years later they came out with the uncut version.
Mhm.
And man, I still watch both of them sometimes. I'll watch them back to back just for the fun comparison.
where you actually see how Robin in fact kills the Joker, which is he shoots him, and it's basically a metal rod goes through his chest.
Yeah, well, you get a lot more of the torture and stuff that
Yeah.
Joker did to brainwash Tim into becoming, that catalyst and that host for the Joker to return. Spoilers for something that's almost 20 years old, but yeah.
If you have a chance, you should listen to Kevin Smith has a podcast on it where he goes over it with I think it's Paul Dini, where they go over
Oh wow.
I've heard that one before.
the entire movie and the creation of it. Like, this is where we came up with this idea. This is like the concept of this and everything. It's a really great podcast.
Wait, was that about the Batman? Was that about the Joker one, or was that about Phantom?
Well, they did one for
Mask of the
Phantasm.
Phantasm.
Yeah, Phantasm.
They did one for the Joker movie.
Okay.
I also like. I don't know about coming back to it because I think Justice League gave us such a great ending to that series. I mean, we could see the years in between that, or keep going on from when he's an adult.
Oh, that's right. He did come back for that 4-part episode, right?
Yeah, it was a swan song. Yeah, it was like a
But
swan.
it was like the last episode, I
Which
think,
I'm
the
good
whole
with.
thing.
That was good.
Yeah, where Batman
that was so good.
He's sitting on the swing with the girl that's about to die.
Yeah. Well, that part wasn't even like Batman Beyond related, more or less. I mean, it does give you the details of how, again, spoilers for something that's 15 years old, how they basically created Terry McGinnis, for the most part. But just the whole thing at the very end, where Bruce is an even more bitter, even more old man that's probably on his last year of his life, and just that father relationship that they finally connect at the very end is just really kind of heartwarming. I love it. I'm gonna go fucking watch it now. Damn it, man! You guys are really just distracting me off things I need to do already. Now I'm gonna watch that.
You're gonna watch that?
Avatar can wait. I think I'm gonna go watch Batman Beyond and Justice League.
That's like a whole 4-part arc too, where everybody's trying to figure out how to stop this girl, and in the end, it's just Batman. He sits down and he talks to her on the swing as she's about to die.
Yeah,
It's a great story. Have you seen any of that, Jess? You've been pretty
No,
quiet. Okay.
I have been. I haven't seen a single second of any of it.
Ignore everything we just said and go and watch it. Go and watch it. You're really good at that. Tuning
Thank
people
you.
out. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
I was
I think
Playing with my magic action figure.
So wait, Jules, you've never seen Batman Beyond?
I have not.
I think you would like Batman Beyond. You would
there's
really
some good stuff in there, man. Especially like the first season has a little bit of a rough start, I think.
Yeah.
But, and you get like the monster of the week and that stuff, like Timmy Witt. Was that his name, Timmy Witt? But yeah, that Witt kid.
you're making
Things like
Jess
that.
zone out again. He's zoning out.
Man, it gets really good.
Ink,
And I love what's the name of the main antagonist guy? Yeah, Ink is awesome.
Blight? Is that it? Blight?
God, yeah, Blight. That's right. The one that almost took over Main Street and stuff. Yeah, good stuff. All right, so you guys want to move on to the news, or not the news?
Oh
but the,
man, I'm sorry. I just remembered the
releases?
Bane episode.
The what episode?
The Bane episode. I just remembered that.
Oh yeah, where those guys were all just slapped themselves with like those patches full of venom.
Yeah, and you actually see the effects.
Oh, I love the Jokers. The Jokers in it are cool, and just how they worship the Joker, and just that was really good stuff. It's one of those things where on paper it wouldn't work. It shouldn't have worked, but it sure did.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze was in one of those episodes, Rick Nelson.
He was in a lot of those episodes, I think, and it was
It was only in 2, I think.
Was it? I swear it was more.
No, it was
But
in 1 or 2.
No, Mr. Freeze has some good stuff in there. All right, so you guys want to move on to some releases? Get down to the meat of this episode.
Yeah, we'll see what's coming out this week.
Actually, I got to get going right now because I have
All right,
some.
cool.
Good time, man.
Okay,
All right.
Luke. Take care.
Have a good
Bye,
night,
Luis.
Yeah, man. Wear that shirt in pride.
Bye.
All right, where's the screen sharing button at? There it is. Screen share. Previews. Do we got the price list up, everybody?
Yep,
Yeah, I can get
have
it up. Or
Have
never
it,
mind. Jess got it.
yeah.
Jess, you want to click on Gabe so we make sure
He
see the
is.
list? My dude's already ahead on top of it.
Jess is a pro at this, man. It's been like 60,000 episodes.
Yeah, you'd think I'd figure it out by now.
It's almost like muscle memory now, man. That's what I like. All right, so let's start from the top, everybody. Here's the releases for Wednesday, January 16th, or for all of us Instocktrades customers, tomorrow noon Pacific. So let's go ahead and start off with Image Comics. So we got the next big thing that came out from the artist of Chew, Rob Guillory. This is Farmhand Volume 1, which is a really cool concept. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but it's basically about a man who has a farm and he harvests organs from that farm, and hijinks ensue. So Farmhand, now that the trade is out, I'll probably borrow that and I'll read that for sure. I'm interested in that. I love that guy's artwork, and I want to see what he can do on the writing side of things. Next up is New World trade paperback, and then Stellar.
New World, huh? What's coming out?
World.
That looks interesting.
Dark Horse has Frozen. We got the Halo Collateral Damage hardcover. Wandering Island.
Oh man, I've been waiting almost 3 years for that book, Volume 2.
I was about to say that this looks like one of those books Omar would like.
It's beautiful, man. Gorgeous artwork.
And then World of Tanks, Citadel. This is Garth Ennis and his crazy war books that he puts out. IDW, we've got Haunted Horror hardcover, Cry from the Coffin. We got an expanded, wow, I didn't know you could expand anymore, on Alan Moore's Lost Girls. This is just real quick, buyer beware of Lost Girls. There's some serious topic and imagery stuff in this book, so tread lightly. Rick Veitch has the one hardcover coming out, and then Super's trade paperback Volume 1. Hey Jess, so far is any of this stuff on super discount?
No.
Okay, so let's move on to DC, where we have a very DC Valentine's Day trade paperback.
That is 50% off.
Is it? Sweet. What's in there? Oh, it's all that Valentine's Day special stuff. Young Monsters in Love, Harley Quinn Valentine's Day special. That's probably really sweet. Batwoman Volume 3. I forgot honestly, I feel bad about this, but I forgot Batwoman had her own title. I always see her as being more, I associate her a lot more with detective. But here's Volume 3.
That's the best Batwoman.
Terminator, Deathstroke the Terminator. This is is this the Marv Wolfman stuff? It is the Marv Wolfman stuff.
It's the older stuff. Mm-hmm.
That's stuff. Well, this is volume
3.
5.
It's a volume. Holy shit! 5 volumes.
5
I could have sworn they were going to cancel this series. What fucking
it's nice that we can get 5 volumes of Deathstroke the Terminator, but we can't finish all of Ron Mars' Green Lantern. Yeah,
poor guy. Didio really hates that guy.
I don't know. All right, so Flash Rogue's Reverse Flash trade paperback. I'm not sure what this is.
What is that? Is that from Flashpoint or?
It's Flash. Oh, it's a bunch of just older stuff. Flash 139, 197, 283.
It's got some of the stuff from the new run and the Jeff Johns run too. Nah, pass. I don't like collections like that, but
I'm good.
Maybe if you're a Reverse Flash kind of guy.
Yeah, if you're one of those guys that just likes to have like all the appearances of somebody like that, then yeah, this is cool. It got some nice Matina cover too. I like this cover by Matina. Scooby-Doo Team Up Volume 6. Do you get these kitty books for your girls, Omar?
No, I do not.
Scooby-Doo or like Frozen or anything? No.
I get the My Little Pony and then like I said, my daughter started reading like Ultimate Spider-Man, so
cool.
I'm moving her up. I'm trying to get her up my Ninja Turtles, the IDW run. But my wife looked at some of the art and she was like, I don't know about that yet. And I'm like, okay, maybe when you're not watching.
Is it Miles Morales or the Peter Parker Ultimate Spider-Man?
Peter Parker stuff.
Okay, cool. And then Supergirl Volume 5. So kind of a light week so far. Now, Marvel, we have Champions Volume 5. And then this week we also have Conan the Barbarian. This is the first omnibus hardcover from the Roy Thomas, Barry Windsor Smith run of Conan. There's 2 different covers coming out. You got the all right, I guess, if you really like not J. Scott Campbell, John Cassidy, and the Barry Windsor Smith direct market cover, which is the one I'm going to be looking for.
The John Cassidy one is 55% off, and the Barry Windsor Smith one is 45% off.
55% off. Holy shit.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen, I can remember from doing this with IST, seeing a day one release being 55%. I might be wrong. Someone could correct me, but I don't remember seeing anything really start off over 50 before. So that's really cool.
Man, I can't say for sure, but this is one of the few times I've ever seen anything at 55% off on the week it's released.
Yeah.
And then we got Marvel's Decades.
What's
the
stuff? I'm sorry, Jess, did you say how much the other one was going to be off?
Yeah, the Barry Windsor Smith one's 45%.
Okay.
And then, dude, I think I'm gonna pick up this Epic collection. Incredible Hulk Epic collection, Ghost's Future. I love all these Epic collection stuff because these are kind of things that I feel like we're probably never going to get collected in any other way, and I really enjoy, the style of these Epic collections. So this is for 436 to 448, Savage Hulk 1, Cutting Edge 1, Cable 34, and Onslaught Marvel Universe, one of my favorite books of all time.
What epic number is this?
It doesn't say.
What issues? Because the last one that I have is 21, and the last issue it collects on that is 435.
Okay, so this is 22 then.
This is the final. Now they did say the epic line stops at the onslaught stuff.
The Heroes Reborn stuff.
But I can't remember that. Before in the chat, somebody said that there have been other comics post onslaught.
Keep talking. I got to go for a second.
Okay, well, since you're showing this off,
I gotta go pee.
Really? Now? God damn it! Get a bottle.
That's great.
You and your fucking baby bladder. Okay, well, here we are looking at Hulk. We'll read the solicit together, because baby bladder can't hold his urine. The Return of Maestro? ? I'm not gonna do this.
Is this stuff collected in Hulk, the Visionaries books?
No. Okay, so let me tell you, Jess.
I'm
gonna give you a preview of my comprehensive Hulk reading order.
Well, so, all I have is Peter David wise is all the Hulk Visionary books.
Okay, so after that you'll need 4 epics, including this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you'll need Ghost of the Past, Future Imperfect, Fall of the Pantheon, and then this one here, which is the Ghost of the... What is this called? Ghost of the Future? Yeah, Ghost of the Future. And that will leave you all the way... And we still have a couple more Omni or epics to collect his run.
Okay.
So, that's what I suggest. And because I'm sure eventually they're going to reprint those in an omnibus format or an epic format first, and then my dumbass will buy the epic format, and then they'll announce an omnibus, and my dumbass will buy the omnibus. So,
all right,
you done?
I'm done. I washed my hands and everything like a big boy.
Okay.
Wow,
good job.
Yeah, usually I just pee on my hands, but I'm on YouTube, so
I feel so honored.
That's great.
So, for this epic collection, did you speak on how it has 2 fantastic, great issues in it? Besides, including Onslaught Marvel Universe, you also get the first appearance of the Thunderbolts in here too, I think.
448, isn't it?
I believe so. No, it's 444, I want to say.
You work at a comic book shop. How do you not know this?
That's nice.
You should know what the CDC of First Thunderbolts is worth.
A 9.8 is about 250.
See? But you don't know the issue number.
Things slip my mind sometimes, man. Calm down.
I'm going to put my money on 446, but I don't know. Let me Google that for you.
449.
We are stupid. And also not collected in this episode.
Yeah, damn it. This really seemed like it was going to be like the end of the run, because I know that was towards the end of the run, and then the whole Onslaught stuff hits. But there you go. Never mind. That's the next one. Son of a bitch. I need that book again.
Get all your information here on OmniBros, where we are correct about 30% of the time.
Yeah. All right. So moving on, we got Life of Captain Marvel trade paperback. They're doing DM covers now for trade, which is kind of odd. But yeah, so
they've done that before.
They've been doing it recently. I think they started out with Thanos.
And look at the next book. That is the reason when people ask me why don't I have any Masterworks, because it's the same goddamn price as an Omnibus. No, thank you.
Yeah, and there's probably like less than 15 issues in these things usually.
Oh, we're lucky if you're getting 12. 189 and 193. And then it's got the alpha. Oh, they're adding a lot more pages, but still, come on. We all know the Omnibus Volume 4 is coming. Maybe, not in the next year, but God bless, I hope it does. With this being collected, I'm assuming by 2020 we'll have Omnibus Volume 4. Uncanny X-Men.
I'm surprised they're dragging their feet on that kind of stuff. I don't think they would have all that out.
I don't know what. I mean, maybe because they can pump out these Marvel Masterworks because people still collect them. Did you ever get into that stuff, Jess?
Masterworks?
Yeah.
Here and there for certain things that let me see. I'm trying to take a look. Like Black Panther, I have a couple Marvel Masterworks 1 and 2. I sold the Mad Bomb Captain America by Jack Kirby omnibus and regretted it, so now I'm picking it up in Masterworks. And then I think I have Marvel 2-in-1 in Masterworks, and that's really it.
Okay.
They are getting way pricey. You're 100% right.
Wow.
What's
I need
the
that on a T-shirt.
I say you're right a lot, because you
Never
are right
100%,
a lot.
not 100%.
I'm giving you 100% right now, dude.
Oh, my man.
Speaking of percentages, what's the discount on this?
On Uncanny Marvel Masterworks, those both are 50% off.
All right. And then we have a What If Classic. Oh, cool. Sweet. What If Collection Volume 1.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. But I think this is classic, like, What If, not the stuff from the 90s. Let's see here.
No, it's the, is it? It's 1 through 12. So
yeah,
that's going to be if Spider-Man joined the FF.
Well, that's the old school stuff.
Yeah,
so
it's good stuff.
I just hope.
But yeah, I mean, it's not stuff like, what if Daredevil, killed Kingpin or.
No. I'm thinking more of like, what if Wolverine or the Hulk killed Wolverine with that silver foil cover,
shiny cover. Yeah,
none of that.
Or Wolverine was a agent of Shield.
We're decades away from that, but yeah. See, what my problem with if I start this line, they'll end it and cancel it with like Volume 2 or 3. Then I'm stuck with this, and I'm like, well, damn it. Now what do I do?
It's not DC.
I'll bitch and moan. Marvel does the same thing. Not as bad as fucking DC, but
All right, and then Dynamite, we got Agent 44, or I'm sorry, Agent 47.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so Andrew's right. Damn, and I have those too. The Wolverine epics do collect past Onslaught. So the original idea was to collect it all the way to Onslaught. Now it's like, whatever.
Yeah, I think I have some of that epics that go past.
Yeah, so it's Daredevil and Wolverine. Yeah, I forgot the Steve Scrooge Wolverine run.
No, I got the one that goes up to Wolverine like 112 or something like that when he's a really cool feral Wolverine with the bone claws. That went on for like 5 years. I forgot how long that went on for. But yeah. All right, so after Agent 47, we got Sherlock Holmes and Swashbucklers from Dynamite. Boom has Amazing World Gumball and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And then down here is all the stuff that Omar likes. So I'll scroll through here and Omar can tell me what to click on, and I won't click on it. Like Black Butler, not clicking on
You
that.
have missed out on so much good stuff when I tell you to click on something. Look, there's a humanoid books, and Jess and I are gonna have a humanoid episode soon.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna let Jess pronounce it because I own that damn book and I don't know how to pronounce it.
Diosamante?
Yeah, even though that's probably a Spanish word, this white dude knows how to pronounce it better than I do.
I think translated it's Lane Wayne.
There it is, you son of a bitch. It's wrong to pick up girls dungeon. That is not the title. All right, keep going down here. What's Lost City Explorers? Lucky Luke. Do you get those, Jess? You're a Lucky Luke kind of guy, aren't you?
Lucky Luke?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Lucky Luke.
Oh, I thought that
Volume
was,
71.
it's old. Here, click on it, dude. Gabe.
Which
It's
one
not
is
a
it?
it's not a
Oh, this
manga.
shit.
Lucky Luke. I thought that was Jess. That had your name written all over it.
Oh my gosh, no, I don't know a thing about it. Oh, look at that. That is old timey, like me.
Hey, look, it's in there building the Statue of Liberty.
I'm sure people think I was around for that.
This guy right there. Yeah, that's not you, man. Could have sworn this is all you do.
No, never even heard of it.
You're
71 volumes?
Holy smoke. Make Havoc, thank you for the compliment of saying it made your weekend when I uploaded. I'm going to do every other day uploading videos. I went on a mad tear this weekend, so thank you.
Look at you, Jess.
Yeah, I got a little glimmer of hope in my life, so
You ain't going to hear no goddamn Lucky Luke on his channel, though.
No, you're not.
What's this Endless Waltz book? Is this actually Endless Waltz? No, I don't think it is.
Why do you like the most lamest Gundam like ever? Like
so
Gundam,
you like cranberry juice with your bourbon.
Gundam fans make fun of people that like Endless Waltz. You're bottom of the totem pole, man. All right, what's next?
It still makes me above any anime fan, that's for sure.
All right, to clarify, I did miss Psycho Cleveland. Like he comes out swinging at me as soon as he comes on, but I do miss that idiot.
Right. Penny Dreadful, Tales of Horror stuff.
Ooh, Tales of Horror.
Simon Bisley's sketchbook. That's gonna be dope.
I love that dude, Slowbo.
And that's it, everybody. Cool. Let us know in the chat what you're interested in picking up. Make sure you check out Instocktrades. We told you the discounts on some of these. The regular cover for Conan is super discounted, so that's interesting.
Yes, you are right. Lucky Luke is European. I should have known better than to ask Jesk, who's a fucking casual, if he read any European books.
Casual.
We have this gigantic humanoid library, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck Lucky Luke is.
I don't. I have no idea.
Yeah, all right.
See, even Psycho Cleveland's jamming you up for it.
Okay, here we go. What's he got to say? Omar thinking Jess is into Lucky Luke is ridiculous. I love how over the top he is. I missed you, man. Nobody's here busting my balls on how I mispronounce words. All right, we're sorry.
Rick Nelson in the chat is asking, is there a Fantastic Four Epic Collection after Onslaught?
Nope.
No, they have the Epic Collection that leads up directly to Onslaught. I think also has Marvel Universe Onslaught in it. And that is this one, Strange Days.
The post-Onslaught stuff is coming out in trade paperback. I think it's called the Complete Collection. Heroes Return to Complete Collection is what it's called. They're not.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
See, that's what's confusing. It's like you're collecting as many issues as an Epic Collection. God damn it, stick to one fucking format, Marvel. Leave it as an Epic, but I think they still think that number ones. Well, it's not that they think, they know that number ones always sell out a lot more than number twos or threes or
Well,
whatever
I
number
will
would be
tell you for a fact,
27.
even though each volume of a trade paperback or hardcover is normally like its own complete storyline, but people want the number one to start off with because it's that numbering system that gets people caught up every single time. Trust me. I don't know how many times I tell people, "Oh, you can still read this one." They're like, "No, I want the number one." I'm like, all right, well, I'll order it for you.
This is a good question for you, Gabe. Will you post photos of the new Conan Omni? Because ETL wants to know what the coloring inside is going to be like. That's a good point.
Probably not tomorrow, but probably like later in the week if I do a spotlight review on it.
Mm-hmm.
There is a Heroes Return Omnibus coming out.
Yes, can't wait.
Sorry, no, Heroes Reborn Omnibus, not a Heroes Return Omnibus. And it doesn't include the Heroes Return miniseries. So
yeah,
it has the image stuff.
Yeah, I got rid of all those trade paperbacks besides the Heroes Reborn. I kept that one. It doesn't make any sense that it's not in that omnibus, but it is what it is. Can't wait for that. They already have it pre-ordered.
I'm not familiar with what Felipe Jose is talking about. Would you mind showing the printing problem in an Epic collection?
So
I don't know if I have any that have that.
The only one that
What
I
is
have is the Daredevil one, the Root of Evil. I think it's the
It's
one.
just sometimes the spine doesn't match up. Like it's a little like off register or something like that.
This one here, like the spine's a little off, but people are also complaining about the paper quality.
Yeah, there's some. It was a Spider-Man Venom, which was
Venom,
like the big one that I heard about recently, where the cover stock is so thin that after reading it, it just basically curls itself up on its own.
Yeah, so you can kind of tell a little bit, like I don't know if you can tell, but how it's starting to curl for a cover. Yeah, Epics are made like this is just a bad example. And then somebody else said one of the Hulk books was like that too. One of the volume 3, I think, that just came out. The Leader Lives. Because yeah, this one's thin too, so it hasn't started curling on me, and I just picked it up a couple weeks ago. I haven't started reading it yet though.
Some of these Epic collections, though, man, when they go out of print, man, forget about it.
Well, it's crazy, right? Like you've got Fantastic Four volumes 1 and 3 of the Epic collection are out of print. Mm-hmm. So you might as well get the Fantastic Four Omnibus. Speaking of reprints, because that one's been reprinted 4 times, they just dropped the news that Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1 is getting reprinted. So that's big news.
I'm actually going to probably pick it up this time.
Yeah, so anybody that's been looking for it, screw the third-party market and go wait in line for the reprint.
But speaking of, interesting when you say that you might as well get the Omnibus, X-Men Epic Collection Volume 1 is out of print. And you can't get the Omnibus. Well, you can, but you had to skip a mortgage payment for it or something.
Yeah, those things.
Someone that I found for Jess when we were comic hunting that one day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Those things get ridiculously expensive. All right, let's see.
I'm excited about Spidey getting a reprint. I don't have it yet, so I'll probably pick it up this time around.
I think it's good for the people that never got it. You know, I think it's awesome because some people are late into the game of the the Omni game. The only thing about reprints is you only get one cover, right? Like they don't release the variant covers.
I don't know if
they never have, with the exception of the first time they re-released Amazing Spider-Man and Fantastic Four. They had the option of having both covers, the Ladron cover for FF and or the Jack Kirby DM cover. But after that, it was like all you get is direct market.
But you want
which most people want
cover anyways. Yeah, you want the.
But I am the opposite way. I'm the guy that usually gets the newsstand. I guess would be considered the everyday man cover instead of the DM cover. With the exception of a couple of books, one of them being New Warriors, because I'm just a fan of that Mark Bagley artwork more than I am Scotty Young. And I think Uncanny X-Men, the very first one by Chris Claremont.
Word.
I don't know the answer to Chris's question. about Irredeemable will ever get an omnibus. I don't know that Boom does omnibus prints. I think he'd probably get a premiere edition reprint before you got that.
Have they even come out with a reprint for Volume 4 yet? Because I still need to find that. Volume 4 is the one that's out of print, right?
And 5.
4 and 5? Son of a bitch.
I think most of them are out of print, honestly.
I wish some assholes on some online show YouTube channel would have told me to buy them.
We did.
I just didn't listen. Guilty.
Actually, let me see. Let me see what Irredeemable books are available or not.
Will they put the Old Man Logan run in hardcover anytime soon? I don't know. That's a tough one because we're waiting. I'm still hoping that all new Wolverine will be collected in an omnibus format, but the longer we wait, the more I think it's going to be wishful thinking because Marvel seems to move on when something isn't hot anymore. Like I purposely did not buy the Superior Spider-Man because I was so sure that those 3 hardcovers would eventually become an omnibus, and they never released one. And by the time they were starting to go out of print, I was like, well, I guess I gotta drop some money on these because that Omni obviously is not coming.
Yeah, I mean, they did what was it, the complete collection? They put out like a fat trade paperback recently for Superior. I think 2 of them are out already.
What's up, Kenny? Did anyone read that Conan #1? I haven't yet. I got it. I just haven't read it yet.
So
the Jason Aaron one?
So Irredeemable 4 and 1 are out of print.
Oh, so 5's not out of print?
Correct.
I never see it around. Huh.
5's the most expensive one, too.
Huh.
$35. Oh yeah, but I'm with you, Omar. I'm not with you, but I want the Superior Spider-Man hardcovers too.
Yes, you're with me. My opinions.
Yeah. I love that freaking series.
According to Jess, my opinions are 100% right, at least in this episode.
This issue features 100% correct opinions by Omar.
That never happens on this show.
No, we'll have to rename the episode.
Thank you, sir.
This is one for the history books.
What are the questions we have on the chat before you do the plug real quick?
Okay, good.
Because I haven't read the Conan #1 yet. But I heard it's really good.
Jason Aaron?
Yeah, Jason Aaron.
Mm.
I do, Felipe. I do collect both Omnis and Epics because some of the stories are not collected in the Omnis format. So I get the Epics. And initially,
and it would take forever for the omnibuses to catch up to where some of these Epic collections are.
Well, I remember when they originally planned the Epic line, there were only 4 Epics, right? They were gonna do only Avengers, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and I want to say, was it Avengers or Fantastic Four? I can't remember. One of those. That was it. And they were like, we're gonna focus on these and make sure every story is printed before we focus on everything else. Well, obviously, fuck us, right? Because Marvel doesn't plan ahead. They don't care. They're all about money. So they also stated that the Epic line, I remember also where I heard about the Onslaught thing, but they stated that the Epic line would not be double dipping with the omnibus. So if you own, and I remember them using Amazing Spider-Man, the David Michelini McFarlane omnibus, they were like, if you own that omnibus, you can be sure that the Epics will be printing around that. So not true, right? Because we know because of the Venom Epic, it collects, I think, 294 all the way up until 312 or something. I can't remember. All I know is it collects like 4 or 5 more issues than the omnibus did, the first half of the omnibus. So they really screwed the pooch on that mapping. But it's money, whatever. I get it. They can't all be big old fucking nerds over at Marvel mapping out every single run, making sure they don't double dip in omnibuses because it's going to piss me off.
Well, they realize that double dipping is probably what really drives a lot of these runs.
Yeah, I think so too. Like they're like obviously the guys are waiting on the epics. They're gonna upgrade until like and get the omnibus or hardcover.
Yeah.
Somebody should do an episode on upgrades if it's worth it or not.
That was one that we that's on our list of topics to do.
Oh, I was being sarcastic because Jess just did an episode on that.
I think that's where that came from. Then maybe because that was on the show. I think that was on the Sunday show a couple of weeks ago. Because that was something I did when I did the spotlight review on the Mark Waid Fantastic Four omnibus and the hardcovers,
Which is phenomenal.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. We'll get to some questions after Jess. You said this would be a good time to do what? Talk about our shirts?
Well, our shirts do feature the Omnibus Collectors Network, which features I Know Emily on the back from Instocktrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. This quarter, there will be an Omnibroslive discount code, adding percentages off. Over $50 in the United States gets you free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's Instocktrades.com.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You should have been an opera singer.
Yes, sure.
I like upgrading. That should be on a t-shirt. Jay Gone, I'm going to trademark that shit. That's wonderful. Just stealing ideas for his own channel. Infighting begins now. Fight.
Oh,
We almost
Psycho
had,
Cleveland
Psycho
trying
Cleveland.
to start stuff.
Let me tell you something, Psycho Cleveland. You have cost a couple of civil wars almost to happen, Psycho Cleveland. Between the Omnibros. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, split down the middle.
Yeah.
We may be in the minority.
Probably true. Let's see.
Tyler Brown, do you guys have any creator interviews on the horizon? Omar?
Yes, we are currently working on one that I'm very excited about, but that's still in the works. Hopefully, crossing fingers. So I don't want to announce who yet. So that, and I think Gabe has reached out to a creator, and he's waiting to hear back. But
Yeah,
until
we're
then,
always in the works on this kind of stuff.
yeah,
You know,
we really are. Until then, we got Jess, the Omnidog here. And we don't need that many more celebrities other than that guy.
Right on, man.
Jess versus Omar, Civil War. I think that happened one time. We disagreed on something, and I think Jess, like the way he said it, he calmed me down. He was like, "I don't agree with you, but I understand what you're saying," and I'm like, "Okay, I guess that fucking makes sense." You logical bastard.
That sounds about right.
It's a good way to end argument. No, I don't want you to understand what I'm saying. I want you to argue with me and then see my point of view. Okay, I'm gonna let Jess, since he's probably the most civilized person, answer this question. Hey, anyone want to tell me what Conan is? I'm pretty new to Omnibus.
Anybody can answer that.
If it's real, go ahead, Jess.
What do you mean what Conan is? You mean is Conan the Barbarian? Wasn't he a creation of Robert Howard a long time ago? He's the barbarian, and he fights and pillages and plunders, takes women, battles with Red Sonja, things like that. He's a barbarian. I don't know how else to describe it. He goes on various adventures, and Arnold Schwarzenegger made a movie of him 35 years ago.
He punched a horse and a camel. That's so badass. I love that movie.
It takes place in the future.
You know, I haven't read a lot of Conan, the books, right? And I haven't read a single issue of the Marvel run, so I'm really excited for this omnibus that's coming out. But I know Kurt Busiek's run, didn't it adapt one of the novels that Marvel already did as well? See, I'm not familiar with the Marvel run, so I don't know how much exactly they covered, because I know a lot of them are adaptations of Robert E. Howard's like short stories and his novels, correct?
Right.
Okay. So wasn't the Kurt Busiek run done already by Marvel at one time? That's what I assume.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, because the Dark Horse stuff, I'm down with that. But anything like from the Marvel years, I never got into that, and I missed out on the reprints of the trades because there were way too many. So I'm excited that they're coming out with this Omni because I legit am excited to read it.
Mm-hmm. Here's a question we can answer from Brian Long. What's the soonest you can order new books on IST? It is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays, which is noon Pacific Standard Time. And if you're going to get into Central Standard Time, I don't know the answer to that.
That's when math is involved. And it gets a little odd.
Math is hard.
Yeah, that am hard. Can't figure it out.
Instocktrades has their parent company discount comic book service. You can actually pre-order your omnibuses and stuff like that. About
3 months.
Like no longer than that, because these things get solicited way ahead of time. So you can
I would say 3 months.
Really.
3 months sometimes if you're lucky, if it doesn't get delayed, and then 6 months. You're right. I've had to wait half a year on an omnibus before. You pay up
because you pay up front and all that stuff. Because somebody in the chat was asking that, and then I forgot the name, but they were asking for the release date of Batgirl, the Burnside omnibus. So the release date for that is September 4th, but the order cutoff date for retailers is February 4th. So yeah, it's like 6 months apart.
ETL, get your mind out of the gutter. I said math am hard.
I kind of heard what ETL said too. So,
you did?
Yeah, but I didn't want to call you out because I've given you enough shit on this episode.
It's like that Sesame Street episode with Grover that came out recently.
Yeah, now you can't unhear it, right?
Yeah, now you can't unhear him saying that stuff.
And there's never a dumb question on this channel, Brian. Ever.
No way.
Just as a
Don't even read that one out loud.
That's good. That's too good not to read, though. That's really good. Have you guys seen the CDW Arrowverse crossover?
Anyone else read one?
I have not.
I have not.
It was fine, I guess.
I haven't watched Arrow since season 3, and I think Flash. I watched season 1, so I am totally out of the loop. That's more of Maddie and Amanda on my show. Like that's what they like. So, but yeah.
I think everything about it, besides the whole swapping of Flash and Green Arrow, everything else was great. Like Batwoman was really cool in it. All that kind of stuff, but the whole swapping, it didn't make sense. I didn't know what was swapped or how it was swapped or when it was swapped.
And then next year, they're doing Crisis on Infinite Earths, aren't they?
Apparently, yeah. Yeah, because this one had the Monitor in it.
Interesting.
The book. What's the book called? The Book of Destiny? Book of something? But yeah. Oh, by the way, because this is the first time I've same with you, Omar. I've been way behind on the CW stuff, and this is the first time I watched CW stuff in a long time. So this is the first time I really watched Supergirl.
Uh-huh.
But that dude they have playing Superman is awesome. That guy's great.
I really like how douchebaggy he is in a couple of the movies I've seen him in. So when I saw him as Superman, I'm like, that's kind of cool. I think he can play that role. Who's your favorite actor to play Superman?
I'm gonna say Dean Cain. That's my first go-to because that's when I was really, that whole Lois and Clark thing was really nostalgic for me.
Mm-hmm.
Cain, or actually this new guy. This guy's awesome.
Really?
Okay, I don't
killing
know his
it,
name.
huh?
I can't think of anything, but he's great. Yeah.
What about you,
guy
Jeff?
on the CW?
The new guy on Supergirl. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I am way behind on Supergirl and Flash. I'd probably Christopher Reeve.
I agree with you. I think that's mine too. Not a lot of people like George Reeve too.
Yeah, that's obviously the one I grew up on.
I forgot about that one.
But for me, I
That
think
Ben
it's
Affleck movie, Hollywoodland, was really cool.
Oh yeah, I need to see that.
It's good.
Oh, you haven't seen that yet, man? Yeah.
I liked it. You know, it's like fictional and nonfiction thrown in together. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's called a movie.
Psycho Cleveland, that is one of my favorite Psycho Cleveland moments when he was looking out for somebody and he got timed out. And I couldn't stop laughing when I was like, Gabe, you just timed out Psycho Cleveland because he was telling the guy not to say that. One of my favorite.
Hey man,
Psycho
it's
Cleveland
not
moments.
you know every once in a while you got to time out Psycho Cleveland just because.
This is a really good question.
It's been a while actually. Let me do this real quick. No, I'm
Don't
kidding.
time him out. This is a really good
Just
question,
kidding.
and I'm curious what you two are. So Make Havoc is asking me, but I want to ask you all too. Am I going to watch the Glass movie? Now, actually, why don't you two go first? How did you guys feel about that trilogy? The Unbreakable, Split, and now Glass. Gabe, you're a guy that's easily amused. Did you enjoy those movies?
Well, I don't have an opinion on Glass yet because it's not out yet, jackass. But I
Okay.
do want to go see it.
But
I really
how did
enjoyed Unbreakable.
Okay.
I was always super interested. We talked about this yesterday, actually, but I was always super interested in this trilogy when M. Night Shyamalan first announced or mentioned that he had a trilogy in mind for Unbreakable, and so I was always really set off, and I was really kind of just set back that it never happened. I didn't think it was ever going to happen because he started doing all these lame Miller crap movies like Avatar and that kind of stuff. But now that it's out. And their piece with Split, I think Split was my favorite movie of that year when it came out. That was
like
one of the best movies
two
of that
years
year.
ago.
Yeah. So, and it just seemed like he just bounced back like a rubber band. He snapped back to right where he was and was just firing all cylinders. I know apparently it's not getting good reviews now, but that's not going to sway me either way. I'm in, and I'm hoping for a good time.
Okay. What about you, Jess? What did you think of Unbreakable and Split, those movies?
I haven't seen Split yet, so I can't comment on it. I enjoyed Unbreakable when I saw it.
Okay.
But I'm not going to be able to comment since I haven't seen Split yet.
Okay. But you did like Unbreakable, though,
Yeah,
right?
I did. Yeah,
Okay.
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a fun concept. I know you didn't care for it, but I did.
I remember I went to go see that movie because everybody kept telling me it's about comic books. I go, really? I didn't hear about this movie. And I go see it, and I go, it's not about comic books. It's kind of an allegory, but
right.
I remember going in that movie theater with a group of friends, and they were like, this was amazing. This is so much better than The Sixth Sense. Because remember, he was still riding that Sixth Sense wave. Like, everybody's like, oh, it's a new M. Night Shyamalan movie. And I was so confused. I was like, why is everybody liking this movie? Man, I hate sounding like a hater because I go on this Bendis rant, but man, I was not a fan of Unbreakable. I never have been.
Wow,
And
Omar didn't like something pretentiously. That's amazing.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, let me finish. My point is, it's like, now it's cool to not like M. Night Shyamalan. So I feel like a bigger douchebag. Same thing with Bendis, because now it's cool
I didn't like him, and it wasn't cool.
Right, I'm too hipster. I was like, God damn it, I didn't like him way back when. I mean, The Sixth Sense was all right, but I don't know. I never understood the love of Unbreakable. I was like, if I want to go watch a Superman movie, I'll go watch goddamn Superman. I understood what he was trying to do, but it's not for everybody, So, so a friend of mine was like, and this is what happened when I watched Split. So, wait, I don't want to ruin it for Jess, but no, Jess, you know that the movies are kind of tied together, right? Because the way they've been advertising it.
I guess now I do.
Jesus.
I didn't know Split was part of like a follow-on to Unbreakable.
Not
Is it?
really. No, it's not. Forget everything.
Come on, Omar, you already opened that door. Come on.
It might be. I don't know.
You still have to watch it, Jess.
So
Okay.
a friend of mine was like, "You need to go watch Split, dude. It is Shyamalan back at his finest, right?" Now I forgot that this friend didn't know that I did not like Unbreakable, so I was expecting things like, okay, maybe this is as good as The Sixth Sense, maybe things like that. So I go I rented it with my wife. I watched it and I got to the ending. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? Then I got to the very end, right, where it shows obviously what he was talking about, and I'm like, God damn it, that's what he's talking about. So anyway, that's my answer. Make Havoc. No, I'm not gonna go see Glass. I'm not. I'm one of those guys that never got into the whole Unbreakable and my Sean. But I know Louise, Gabe, I guess Jess. They all really seem to like that stuff. So.
Well, I liked Unbreakable, but I haven't seen Split yet, so I don't really
I
have
will
an
say
opinion that counts.
I will say Split was better. I found it more enjoyable, but that has a lot to do with McAvoy's acting. That dude was killing it in that movie.
Yeah, he's out of control. That guy really showing out that he is an actual good actor.
Yeah.
I mean, he basically played like 27 roles at once.
It was wicked. I like that aspect of it. But as far as like the directing and the actual story, yeah, whatever. To each their own. Is there any more questions? Is there anybody left in the chat? I haven't checked. I'm too afraid to.
We got 80 people watching.
I'm too afraid to
Mallory,
go click over there.
Matt Mallory got a good question for us. Would you guys recommend the Preacher Absolutes?
Are you a fan of Steve Dillon? Yes. Is Preacher one of your top 10 favorite series of all time? If yes, then go for that. Fucking Absolutes. They're gorgeous. I like the way that the hardcovers look are made. You got them handy?
It's a little more than an arm's reach away, but they are probably one of the more unique, stylized, put together hardcovers.
They look like a blasphemous Bible almost.
Yeah,
they look like a Bible. They have like the gold leaf and stuff like that on it.
I don't own them, or I would show them. I got the.
I don't own them either. Yeah, I've got the deluxe edition.
Like I always say, if I find them cheap, or if somebody in the group is selling them cheap, I may bite. But I think the trades are fine. I like Steve Dillon, but yeah, and it's one of my favorite Ennis books. But I don't know. I think for an absolute to me, I have to have I completely love this story, or God, the art. I have to own it in an oversized format. Hence why I own the Wildcats Absolute Edition, which is a shit-tacular story.
Written by your boy Chris Claremont.
Okay, he wrote 3 issues. That doesn't count.
Trivia question for Omar. In Transformers, the animated movie, what is the name of the gun that Megatron uses to kill Optimus Prime?
What the fuck? How am I supposed to know that?
You know everything.
None of the... What? It's not a Transformer. What gun does he use?
What is the name of the gun that Megatron uses to kill Optimus Prime?
Who is asking that question?
Lionheart.
God damn it, that's a good question.
Wow, I thought you would have just swatted this one away. I'm surprised.
No, because he doesn't use his own gun. He uses like a gun to shoot him. Does he use Hot
This
Rod
random gun he finds in a pile of rubble, yeah.
Well, no, it's Hot Rod's gun, doesn't it? I thought he found Hot Rod's gun. Damn, I don't know, man. What's the answer? Please tell me you know it.
Yeah, well, you're not allowed to ask if you don't know. So pony up with the answer there, Lionheart.
Chris M says it's his love gun.
He got me, man. Damn it. Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah, Lionheart, what is the answer? You did win. Gotcha. Yep.
I'm sorry, Make Havoc. That was a wrong reply for no. Sorry, man. See, the longer you watch the show, though, the more money we get. That's what it is. So I have to have long replies for no. So you guys are welcome. I just made a 0.0002 cents.
The answer is the Pistol of Betrayal. Does that sound familiar?
Who wrote that? Bendis?
Does that
sounds like something out of Game of Thrones?
I really
Final Fantasy.
I really don't know. I mean, it sounds like maybe in the script that would have been written that way, but I need to make a toy of that gun, though. The pistol. That's how I want to kill all my enemies.
The Pistol of Betrayal?
Yes, that's a badass name.
Was that what it was called before or after it was used as a betrayal?
I don't know, but that's a pretty cool name. You got to admit, like, if I go knocking on Jess's door and his wife, Patty, answers the door and he's like, hey, Omar's here with a Pistol of Betrayal, You know not to answer the door.
I'm not answering the door anyway, armed or unarmed.
What if I'm being chased by somebody with a pistol of betrayal?
Then I'll consider it.
Then hopefully you get a hot rod to jump in the way.
All right. I have never heard of that. That is an amazing. If that answer is true, where did you hear that, Lionheart? I feel like that would be in the script. I'm even trying to Google Transformers: The Pistol of Betrayal. Megatrons. This better not be a joke. Because I'm doing some deep research on this. By deep research, I mean my top 10 Google hits.
I don't see anything on Google for it. That's interesting.
Maybe it's on the dark internet.
Omar, have you read the Matt Fraction Uncanny X-Men run?
How bad is it is the correct question. I own them. I would own the omnibuses if they came out. So at best they are okay. I liked what he tried to do. He got a lot of things from Ed Brubaker as he was leaving, and then he had this whole Nation X idea, Alcatraz and all that. So I liked aspects of it. He got the characterizations a little bit. Some of the characters right. I like the way he wrote Magneto. His Cyclops was okay. He was kind of a dickhead. His Cyclops was not that okay. He's that douchebag dickhead that everybody thinks Cyclops is, but that's just when a bad writer takes over the book. But he made everybody fall in love with Pixie. Everybody became Pixie fans. Jess, are you a Pixie fan?
I am unfamiliar with that run.
She's a teleporter, much like Magic, and she's got pretty pink hair and she has butterfly wings.
Oh, cool!
Yeah,
I like her already.
Yeah. You strike me as a Pixie fan. You like Magic.
I do.
But yeah, that was Pixie. So there's that. So at best it was okay. What is the best format for Authority? This is a good question. The Absolutes or the new Omnibus?
If the new Omnibus includes a ton of extra issues, then I would say that the Absolutes do not. Then I would say the Omnibus would be the better way to go.
I'm going to tell you what. If the Omnis collected Stormwatch and that JLA versus Aliens, where half the damn Stormwatch team dies, and it's crucial to read before you read the Authority or the second half of Stormwatch, right before they become the Authority, then get the Omnibus. But I seriously doubt that DC wants to pony up for that Dark Horse alien, or whoever the hell owns the rights to Aliens these days for that. So I got the trades, or I have the standard size hardcover, so that's what I'm staying
for
with.
Authority and Stormwatch. Yeah.
Because they never released Absolute Stormwatches. It was just Absolute Authority, right? So it was by that time it was already Brian Hitch. What's that?
They had the hardcovers for Stormwatch, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the standard size hardcovers, but we were just like he was asking which is a better format to own it in, Omnis or Absolutes. I mean, if you're a fan of the Brian Hitch art and who was it that took over the run afterwards? Frank Quietly? Yeah. Then go for the Absolutes.
I got rid of the omnibuses for the Absolutes recently when they re-released them.
They never
I just like Absolutes better, like just in general. Like that's my preferred format for
I don't
DC
think
stuff.
They had an Authority Omnibus. This is the first time they've had it, right?
Oh, those two hardcovers that came out like a couple years ago.
Yeah. But those aren't oversized. That's what I have.
Yeah, I got rid of those once they re-released the Absolutes. I was like, man, I'm getting the Absolutes for these bad boys.
Is there any more questions you guys want to answer before we wrap up for tonight? It's been a good episode.
I'm ready to wrap it up. Yeah, we should wrap it up on a high note with Omar stumped on the Pistol of Betrayal.
I'm gonna look the shit out of that up later on tonight. That's crazy.
I think that may keep you up at night tonight.
There's a lot. It doesn't take much for me to stay awake. Where does Optimus Prime's trailer goes after he transforms into a robot?
What happened to Wheeler?
So, yeah. All right. Well, there is one question here. Do you guys think do you guys know if a Snyder Capullo New 52 Batman collection has been announced? They have that new cheap trade paperback, right? It's like the DC Essentials.
Right.
We did hear that all of it will be eventually collected in the absolute format, but we haven't heard anything about a omnibus, which is what I'm sure he's asking, unfortunately. So trade paperbacks or absolutes are the way to go. Or
yeah, it's crazy how their DC's like going backwards on the stuff that they're releasing in omnibus hardcovers.
Yeah. So I did a comprehend or an overview of the DC Rebirth books, and some of the questions were like, when do you think we'll see the first DC Rebirth omnibus? And I'm gonna be honest, I'm thinking it's at least 3 years.
It's at least
3
weeks ago.
For a DC Rebirth omnibus. Gabe?
Super Sons?
No. I'm talking about
Sons.
the runs. Now, you know that doesn't count because
Super
that run
Sons.
was initially collected. It was called a deluxe hardcover edition. The reason they made it into an omnibus was because they thought the story was over.
It counts.
It doesn't count.
It counts.
I'm talking about Flash and Tom King's Batman and things like that.
Oh, so just the ones that you wanted to.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Pinpoint
You know
the
what?
question towards.
Cut the episode. End the episode.
I thought this was going to be comprehensive. Somehow.
Never mind. This is why I hate shows with Gabe. We get into this ridiculous argument. All right,
So the
baby
correct
bladder.
answer is Super Sons.
You go to hell.
Gabe, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me
Besides the
Gabe Infinity
bathroom.
Watch. Yeah, in the bathroom. But not on the internet. Well, wait, I did send you guys a pooping selfie in our chat earlier. But you can see me on YouTube as well, Gabe Infinity Watch. Gabe Infinity Watch on Instagram. And as always, check out our Teespring account for t-shirts and hoodies. It's getting cold, and I need new wipers. I don't have windshield wipers. I have windshield smudgers right now. They suck, and it's raining kind of hard.
We need to get OmniBros windshield wipers for you.
Okay.
How about you, Omar? Where can they find you, good buddy?
You can find me on my channel called Near Mint Condition, where I have this fine gentleman, Jess Bragg, Omnidog, guest starring tomorrow when we talk about Deadly Class, issues 1 through 21. Or
Right on,
the first semester. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow on Near Mint Condition. Hope to see you guys there.
Brian Long, yes, they will be restocking that book. Don't worry. That book will be restocked. It's just going to take a couple weeks, probably.
Yeah, Silver Surfer, Miles Morales, Aquaman are out of stock right now. They're just waiting to get more from the publishers.
It's good to hear that, though. I like when Omnis go out of stock for a while. It means that people are buying them. It means maybe Marvel and DC will fucking start pumping some other stuff out. But anyway,
we
sorry,
can turn
Jess.
this into an unpopular opinion, and I can talk about how I wish that the omnibus had went out of stock or out of print as fast as people think they are, like with them going out of stock at IST and other retailers. I was talking about it earlier in the chat. I wish they would go out of print because I think these things should be limited with the prices that they are. If they were more limited, we would get better paper and better, binding and things like that.
You know that's not going to happen.
Story arcs. Right, get better story arcs out of it.
If they were limited, they're going to give you the same shitty paper because they know idiots like us would still buy it.
Sure. But also we want to deal with the overstock, that's out there, and then find them at Ollie's and stuff like that, where you actually get what you want when you want it, kind of thing, as opposed to just having them just sit on the shelves forever and ever and ever. It sucks to see
Gabe,
a store that has like $40, $150 omnibuses just sitting around.
Do you
So yeah.
Do you have a link to that glue that we use for our spines? Somebody's asking in the chat if we had a problem with the Miles Morales, and I did, and I used that glue that Ryley suggested from Amazon.
Oh,
I was going to ask you to post it on the chat because I don't have my favorites on this computer.
I don't have it with me. Somebody posted in a different chat that I was going to copy it from earlier.
Okay, from now on, it's going to be in the descriptions. How about that? Look in the description of this video, Felipe. That gets you that little. It's easy to fix, the little glue, and you just put it down the little spine and just set it on there for a little while, a day.
Put it down sideways inside your omnibus. I'll probably do a video on it. I've been thinking about doing.
Not if I beat you to it. Not if Jess steals our idea and beats us to it.
Yeah, that's right. I'm always
he's gonna purposely open his Miles Morales omnibus just to break the spine so he can do the video.
Actually, I already have opened it. It's a perfect spine.
All right. And Jess, where can people find you with these every other day videos that you're pumping out?
That would be Omnidog's Vault on YouTube and Omnidogs_Vault on Instagram.
Oh, our boy Joe Chip saves the day with the link. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Joe. I knew somebody out there was awesome.
Yeah.
The
We can always
PBA glue.
appreciate our people in the chat. I need
Nice.
to order that.
Now everybody's going to click on that link. We will add it to the description too in case you missed it live.
Excellent. Good. Well, for everybody here involved with OmniBros, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to the chat. You guys were great tonight. That was a virtuoso performance by Psycho Cleveland, I have to say. And please hit the like button. Please subscribe and leave comments. We always respond. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Good night, everybody.